excuse me. Okay, I am recording this, so it will be available for you. And at the end of the presentation, you'll have a link to download this video, as well as an ebook and a checklist. So I really want to make this easy for you to understand and enjoy. So we're going to talk about authentic video marketing, which is a different kind of subject than regular video marketing. But first, we're going to talk about what video marketing really is. And it's really the marketing with incorporating online videos into your strategy. And what you'll see after I show you some of the data is that the conversions and the opportunity to connect with your audience and new potential customers using video is the statistics are astounding how much better it is for you. And we'll talk about different types of video, and hopefully I'll get you so that you'll feel comfortable trying a few. So there's 8 major reasons why you need video in all your marketing right now. It's because it boosts conversions and sales. It shows a great return on investment. And again, I'll show you how to do it free or next to free. It builds trust. And when we're talking about authentic marketing, we're talking about the trend that has been developing for the past, I'd say 5 years, maybe 10, ever since Facebook became very popular. And in this trend, there isn't a business persona and a personal persona anymore. It's all your same persona. That's as authentic as it gets. So the idea of you wearing sort of a mask or a uniform to be role play in business just doesn't work anymore. People want to trust you. Video creates trust because they can hear you and see you. And if you're sensitive to energy like I am, I can actually sense if that person is right for me. If I could learn from them, if their voice is irritating to me or their energy is irritating to me, I know they're not my teacher. So it builds a lot of trust having that extra communication. The other thing is Google loves videos. Now, Google, you're up to 53 times more likely to show up first in Google if you have a video embedded on your website. And I don't want to sound like a braggart, but if you want to get on the first page of Google, we have ways to optimize your video when it goes up into YouTube so that you can show up on the first page of Google within an hour of posting for selected keywords. And we've been doing this for years now, and it's quite amazing. So Google owns YouTube, so that's part of the reason why it works so well. And Google, YouTube and Facebook are, I don't know if they're tied for being the second in search engine optimization database search engines, because Google isn't the only search engine. Actually, all of the social media sites are designed to also be search engines. So here's some more reasons why you need video. It appeals to mobile users. There's data where the mobile user, people are so used to using these devices now that when I just send out the emails, even for this invite, 60% of the opens are on a phone. So you have to be aware that if it's almost impossible to read without readers for people over 40 on these devices. So video is really important. in video marketing, you can explain everything, whereas in text, you use higher, lowercase, higher case, more bold data, but people have to read. And again, if they're on these devices, they're not reading as much, they're scanning. So video gives you a chance to really communicate like you're in the room with them. Video engages even the laziest buyers. The conversion rates, it's remarkable, and we'll show you a little bit about that too. And then video encourages social shares. So what you're going to find once you get used to using video, that it is traded around on almost all the platforms. People send links in their emails. So it encourages people to easily share your data. And they don't have to really explain you if they send the video. Otherwise, they've got to introduce you, say who you are, what your degree is, why they should care, all of that data. Whereas video, it's just there. And especially if there's some comedy to it, video's really there. It's fun. So the advantages of authentic video marketing is, one of the things is, if a picture depicts 1,000 words, then a video must be portraying 1,000,000 words. And you know that's true. It's just, it creates emotion, it creates connection. It's the fastest building medium to build your online authority and presence. For all of the people that we do business with, we're a full service marketing company. And when we're building platforms for healers, change agents, authors, and businesses, conscious businesses, we automatically put at least 5 videos on people's websites. Video is so important now that Facebook has allowed you to put a video on your timeline on your business page. So you can actually create a video and post it as part of your decorative part of your page. It's free to use. A lot of what I'm going to show you is very low cost, or you already own the items, so you can create them pretty quickly. And then the other thing is, it can really help you razor target the people you want to talk to. And this is really important. The way marketing has evolved ever since video became hot, and I would say is, I've been making videos probably 1 or 2 a day for 5 years. For us or for customers. And what happens is, it's a wonderful way to disqualify people. You want the right people to work with. You don't want everybody. No one has the marketing budget like IBM or McDonald's or some of these huge companies, corporations, that can just keep branding things, just showing you their logo as though it's a mark on your psyche. No one can afford that anymore. So what happens is, when you put a video on your website that says, "Hi, I'm Kathy Mason. I work with conscious companies. I help them create platforms to get their message out in the world," unconscious companies don't want to talk to me. So it's ideal. The other thing is that if you have repetitive conversations like Q&A, or you have picture yourself being in a trade show and not having to say the same thing to every single person that walked to your booth. That's what video can do, because you say it once, record it, and then if you assume that your website is like a trade show booth, anytime someone comes, they can hear it. So it really can help you get the right people on your bus. They also add emotional value, and it's very hard to create in text, in copy, the same kind of emotional value that video can do. You can do it, but usually the traditional copywriters, which I don't like it, but what people do is they try to create fear. And so the fear that if you don't take this solution, that of course the company's offering, something bad will happen. Well, you don't have to have that in a video. You can just honestly explain why this is such a great decision for you and be in service of and help them make a better decision to help themselves. It gives you a chance to be authentic. That is the most important part of this presentation. If you don't get anything out of this but this, I mean, I hope you get a lot more than this, but the idea of being authentic so that people will know, like, and trust you, that is, no, it's never been that easy to connect with people before. You can put your videos all over the social media platforms. You can put it for free on YouTube. You can put it on other video platforms. You can put it inside your emails. You can create this authentic way for someone to go, oh, that's Kathy Mason, and know right away what that person's going to do. And usually you're going to connect with people who are more like you anyway, so they can identify you right away. So it's the fastest medium to build your online authority and presence. So when you're working on getting your business up and visible, it's a pretty crowded marketplace anymore, because of these, and everyone's got them on all the time. It's pretty easy to reach people, but it's not that easy to build a platform unless you know how to use it and know how to use video marketing. I would venture to say you can't really build a decent platform anymore without it. And then it converts better than any other communication. I mean, 2 and 3 times better. So when you hear about these people that had a copywriter write their sales page and they sold $1 million of product, well, if they would have had a video on their sales page, they would have sold $2 to $3 million worth of product. So I can't explain it any better than that. It's just numbers that give you an idea of how powerful this is. So one of the reasons that video is so powerful is people, if you're using it as a change agent, which I assume that most of the people here are, they're using stories. And stories are very, very powerful way to connect with people. It's also a way for you to show what you do. So if you're a coach and you tell a story about, well, I had a meeting last week with one of my clients and they said this, it gives you a chance to connect and also be a problem solver for the audience, because we're all alike. We all have so many of the same things going on. So the good stories and being a good storyteller is the perfect match with video. So the good stories compel people to change, and that's what I'm assuming we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to take an action, and they're a lot of times bringing in a feeling of, oh, I can relate to that story. I have that same experience, and then you can have the solution to their problem, and people can take action from that. So the thing about videos right now is there's a lot of ways to share videos for free over the internet. So a lot of this isn't real expensive for you to do. So the most popular sharing site is YouTube, but you have to understand Facebook and YouTube are in a battle for advertising dollars. And Facebook is going after YouTube's advertising dollars. And then they're doing a great job. Now you can embed Facebook videos into your website. And it gives you great SEO. YouTube is the one that I use the most. And that's the one that I know how to get the magic. And then the next one on this list is Vimeo. And Vimeo allows you to do HD videos. And they're a little bit more forgiving about the thumbnail that they show. Sometimes YouTube, they give you 3 different choices of the view of the video to use as a thumbnail, which is what shows up when you embed it into your website. And I don't know why they do it, but they're always terrible. I mean, they really are the worst pictures of you. So in YouTube, they do let you add up a custom thumbnail. But before that, we were using, maybe 4 years ago, we were using Vimeo, because Vimeo allowed you to customize everything about the video you were embedding into the website, and it was HD. Daily Motion, Veo, and MetaCafe are also sites. I do not use them, so I don't have that much experience with them. I did go and make sure that this data was correct to suggest them, but I don't have that much of a recommendation for them. Again, I would do YouTube, Facebook, and Vimeo as my choices if I were you. So what you want to do to have effective marketing tactics with video is you want to post videos regularly. And in YouTube, you can create your own little like storybooks where you can put 5 or 6 videos together as almost like a little movie, or like a little TV show where you have your different episodes. And so, for instance, if I was doing a YouTube channel playlist, I could have it on video. And I could do, this is how you use YouTube. This is how you use Vimeo. This is how you use video on Facebook. And I could do a consecutive batch of videos and post them. And that's what a lot of people are doing on YouTube. The other thing I don't want to forget to tell you about YouTube is one of the benefits of it, besides Google, is that if you build up your subscriber base on YouTube, YouTube will contact every one of those subscribers every time you upload a video. And those notifications go through Gmail. They go through everything. They will not end up in a spam folder. And so people that have million subscribers on YouTube, they're all getting that million people are not paying for email subscriptions. They're paying nothing to have 1 million people told that they have a new video up. And that is powerful. So that's the other part of YouTube. So these are some ideas for you. You post videos regularly, you address a trendy topic. So right now the trendy topic might be that the head of Facebook had a congressional inquiry today, and it was on live. And there's always something strange going on and changing on Facebook. So if you had something that you wanted to relate to that, you could address that as a trendy comment. You can do video apologies. A lot of times being human is a huge, well, again, I'm talking about being authentic. And we're all human. We always make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. We can't be afraid to make mistakes. So if we have, like, for instance, let's say I tell you something wrong on this class, which I don't intend on doing, but let's say someone asks a question, I give you the wrong answer. I could do a Facebook Live and say, I'm really sorry, I want you all to know that I found out I was wrong. And that just makes me more human. If people are too polished on video, they're not trustworthy. So this is not like a new movie, like a TV anchor. You don't want to be perceived that way. You want to be professional and intelligent, but you don't want to be canned and staged and like an actor. So the other thing, they create interactive videos. Now, what that is there's a trend on a lot of the social media sites where you ask a question, and you can actually make a slide and turn it into a video. And you'd ask a yes/no question. And do you like this, or do you agree, yes or no? And that's considered an interactive video. And then last, of course, I want you to have fun and enjoy this, because to me, it's a creative expression and you can't really get it wrong. You can always delete it. It's even on YouTube. If you put it up on your channel and 2 weeks later you go, you know, I can do better, you just delete it. So there's no big stress about it. So the other thing about video marketing tricks, if you're speaking yourself, there's a way you include a real person, an animal, or a product. There's a lady named Mia Voss that Trina and I met at Denver at the Social Media Day Denver, who has some sort of lizard. And she drinks wine with the lizard every Friday night on Facebook. And I forget what her name is, the Lizzie, the lizard or something. But she uses the animal as a prop. And people, it just gets so much attention. It's so different. And I'm not that I'd rather have a cat or a dog personally. But anyway, that's something that if you know that birds, lots of people have their animals in their conversation. Then you want to ask people to act or to do something. So a lot of times you'll be asking them to participate, to give you comments below. So you're looking to engage, even though video a lot of times is a one-sided conversation. You don't really want it to seem that way. You want to acknowledge people and work with them. Then, of course, when you're posting it, you want to add the description of your video. So even on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, you want to be able to add a description of your video. And on YouTube now, they're doing subtitles for people that don't want to, they may be at work and they can't put the sound on, but they want to watch your video. I mean, people are watching stuff all day long. It's a phenomenon. So that's where they add description to your video. They can either earmark it and watch it later, or they can find out what they want to know about it, or even with the sound off. Then at the very end of your video, you want to add a call to action, and that's usually called a CTA in marketing lingo. And what that is that's where you ask them to either subscribe to your YouTube channel, or go to your website, or like your page, join your group, whatever it is, go to your event, whatever it is, you want them to be able to, you have to ask them more than once usually, and you definitely want it at the end of the video as well. So some other benefits, so that we want you to get some more ideas about it. Of course, we've already talked about the higher ROI, more leads, but it's a competitive advantage for you to have video, especially if if your competitors are not doing it, it's ideal for you to do it. It's because again, you're going to get more people that know, like, and trust you, and you're going to be able to communicate freely with your ideal target market. Higher search rankings, we talked about that in Google. You can build strong partnerships. There, you'll find that, like, for instance, Dave's that's on this call, he's in a couple groups that I'm in, and he saw that I was doing this, and he showed up. He's not on my email list. So, but I may have a chance to have a strong business partnership with him from that. So the exposure is tremendous, and it's all free. The other benefits, it grabs people's attention. If it's on your website, it increases the time on the site, and that's really big news for your website to rank higher. Not only does Google track if someone went to your site, they track how long they stayed on it. And video, if it's an entertaining video or informative video, they'll stay on much longer than they will if it's just a graphic image. For your brand, I don't think there's anything better you can do than build your brand awareness with video, and I'll show you some examples of that. And then cutting edge. Of course, we're in a technology age where we want to make our life easier using technology, and we want to make sure that people know that we're going to be able to respond to them quickly. So if you're cutting edge with your videos, they kind of assume you're cutting edge with everything. So it's an advantage as a perception of how you do business. And then the priority of it is that internet video traffic will be 80% of all consumer internet traffic in 4 years. And I'm not going to read all of these, but you have to have it. I think I've made my point. The average user spends 88% more time on a website with video. 88% more time. That's big. Okay, so what we're going to do for today, we're going to talk about how you can do video and make it easy for you, and make it quick, easy, and use effective tools. Does that sound good? Everybody good with that? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some examples of how you can do it. So we're going to talk about how you can make a video in good old PowerPoint. Did you know that? So here, I can unmute. I think I can. What happened to my? Well, maybe I can't. There we go. Barbara, did you want to say something?
I didn't know I could do a video. Well, no, I guess I did know I could do a video on PowerPoint. I use Keynote.
Okay. Well, PowerPoint now allows you to do square videos as well as the usual slide type, this size video. Okay. Okay. So then Camtasia, which is screen capture video. And Camtasia is in its version 9. I started using it almost 20 years ago. And the first version of it I bought was version 3. I love it. I'll show you a little bit about that. Facebook Live, we'll talk about that. Animoto, I'll show you a little bit about that. And YouTube Live. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways that you can do things for free or almost free. Okay? So for PowerPoint, what it allows you to do is when you're in PowerPoint and here's File, Home is where most of the editing goes. You can go over to your tab and there's Slideshow. And what you do is when you go to set up Slideshow, when you do your video, your best bet is to click here and have it not be the full page. You want your image to be similar to this, because those are the dimensions that video, it's the highest resolution. It doesn't have to be converted. So, and I don't have all the numbers here, but let's see, I thought I had them, I don't. I can give you the size by pixels of what you want, but you want the highest resolution you can manage, which is HD, and so you set it up there. But here, see where it says record slideshow? You can record it right there. You click, you have your PowerPoint all completed, and you can do it. Now, what I wanted to show you right now is this is a template you can buy. They're very inexpensive. This is a template that is a PowerPoint template. It comes with music on it, and you just edit it. You just edit these. This is a square one also, which works on Instagram and on mobile phones. But you can buy these and just change it. You change the text, you change everything about it. The audio is already here. They've already done it, embedded it for you. And then you hit record slideshow. Cool, huh? Is that neat? Anybody? Okay. I'm talking to myself. Okay. Okay, so you can add a soundtrack, or if you buy one of those already made templates, which if you look on the internet, you can type in video templates in PowerPoint, and you can get a package of them for very inexpensive. You can also speak. So when you do a PowerPoint, see, play narrations, use timing, show media controls, you can rehearse the timings, and you can actually speak. If you speak and use, I'll show this again when we're bigger. I use this microphone, which is a blue snowball, and it's a USB microphone. They still make them. This is old, but they make them. They look exactly the same. When I bought this, I bought it at Guitar Center, but now you can buy them at Target and at Best Buy.
Kathy, did the Samson one pick up really well as well?
Excuse me?
The Samson microphone that we use is another one, and it's really small and portable too.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of people use the headset with the microphone, and that'll work too. I mean, you can use all of these. I'm finding though that this blue is still better. I mean, these are not very expensive. They're $40. These can go up to $100. So, but I just think rather than just using the video on your video camera, just using the microphone on your video camera, that you would be better served to have a USB connected microphone. And I highly recommend that one. So Camtasia, let me go back to this. Camtasia is screen capture video, and I don't have it open right now. Let me see if I can get it to, no, okay. Let's see. Okay, Camtasia is screen capture video, and what that means is that you actually put your PowerPoint up, or you, mostly Camtasia has been used for online education. So if you're doing a online learning class where you have different lessons, Camtasia is ideal for it. And what you do is again, it was before PowerPoint allowed you to make videos. It was the perfect solution. The other thing that Camtasia does is it allows you to, for instance, if you wanted your own version of this video that we're creating right now, you could actually open up Camtasia on your desktop and whatever you're seeing, you could capture and make your own recording. So if you're, let's say you're listening to a speech and you want to capture part of it, and it's not going to be available. So you're taking a class, or someone's doing, I used to do this a lot for Brazzo's healings, is I would go in and listen to his live stream and capture it. So a lot of times it records data that you couldn't normally get any other way. So, and what it does, the other thing about Camtasia, which I'm not going to open it here, it takes too long, but if you can see down here that there is an editing format here, which allows you to add a bunch of other tracks. So for instance, let's say I'm doing these slides for you guys, but I'm here by myself, and I want to add just some real general pleasant music, classical music in the background. Camtasia is the perfect software for that because it allows you to have another soundtrack. So the next thing we want to talk about is Facebook Live, and it can be done on your phone, desktop, or tablet. Facebook Live is the best way to have your Facebook posts be seen by the higher percentage of your friends or your business, the people that have liked your business page. Facebook has gotten, in the past year, it's gotten more and more expensive. It's like a pay to play type of format. It used to be free for everything, and you could reach a large quantity of your friends or your possible customer base without it. But now the way to do it without having to pay too much, the only way is Facebook Live. Now, there are software programs that allow you to pre-record something and then post it to Facebook and fool Facebook into thinking it's alive. And of course I have that. but so that gives you a chance to not make too many mistakes or fix the mistakes before it goes up. But in general, you want to get on live as much as you can stand it. And you can see the news, people are doing it, everybody's doing it. You have to be on Facebook Live. Tarina did her first Facebook Live last week, and she did a great job. It didn't hurt, did it?
No, not really.
So I mean, we are so critical of ourselves. Just keep remembering that it doesn't have to be a great pizza. It really doesn't. People want to connect with you. So then they're more forgiving if you're not perfect. So the other thing that I really like about Facebook Lives is there's a software program called BeLive. And originally when I got into it, it was a beta program. Now you have to pay for it, but it allows you to do talk shows and interviews. You can put 4 people on it. So it allows you to answer people's questions, get them in the conversation. And I highly recommend you check it out. I'm sure that they have demos that you can try. Most of these sites that I'm telling you about, if you use their free version, they have their logo all over it. That's really the only downside. But before you invest, you should check it out. Anyway, you should try the demo. So BeLiveTV.tv is great. Okay, so the next one is Animoto. And Animoto, I'm going to show you a couple of different things made with Animoto. Animoto, this is, they've changed the interface here, but I have a pro account in Animoto. I've been using it, I think, since 2012. So I'll show you real quick a couple examples of Animoto videos. Here's one real quick. Hopefully it'll stream okay. This was a video I made to advertise this. Okay, so that's one. This is an older one that we did that gives you another idea. Now, basically, Animoto will, you pick your own music, and this is a template. So I just put up photos. So basically you can see that templates allow you to add text. I mean, there is some confines to it, but it's fun. And I mean, it's really easy. You can, once you make one, you can, because the images are all uploaded, you can keep making other ones and use different templates. So they make it easy to do that. Okay. So that's Animoto. There is a free version of it. Okay, so the next thing is talking about YouTube Live, and I don't know if any of you have used it. It is very, it is again a platform that's, at first it's a little complicated to get it set up, but once you do a YouTube Live, you show up in Google because Google owns YouTube. So if you are interviewing anybody, it's an ideal. If you don't want to use BeLive, YouTube Live is a great way to have an interview. It's a great way to do a weekly show. If you can download the video after you're live, you can upload it to Facebook. Facebook does not give preference to anything with YouTube. They don't like it because they're competitors. So if you're gonna benefit from Facebook and video, you need to have video uploaded to Facebook. So anyway, YouTube Live, again, I don't use it that much because I use BeLive more, and I do these other kinds of videos. But I think lots of people are very successful. If you're going to have a good YouTube channel, it's ideal for you to have those YouTube lives. Will get you a lot of traffic. So then the other part about videos, so I want to add another part of this discussion is about branding. And what I want to show you again is another quick video of intros. So basically for branding, what we're doing is we're giving your logo and your name on any video. I call them bookends. They're called intros and outros, but you want to have some visual it's branded with your personality way to open up a video and close the video. So here's a composite of intros that we've done for people so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. It's not rendering very well, sorry. So usually the intro has the logo with some sort of opening music, and then the outro is usually the same thing, only with the website information at the end. Okay? So there we go. Okay, so that's the other part about branding. When you're doing a video, if it's a talking head, you want to put your name like what they call a third down below, and we can discuss that for once we get to the questions. I'll be happy to explain how to make those or how to get those done for you. But your brand, obviously what you're trying to do is repeatedly have your persona identified over and over again with the same, with your logo and your music. So these are some power tools that, besides the power tools that I explained to you before using PowerPoint, Animoto, and the lives, these are some other other places where you can try out their platform to build videos. I have this one, I have this one. I've tried that one, I didn't love it. I love Revio. But they're coming out with these almost every week now, you guys, where they call them push button video programs, and they're like Animoto, only they're a program on your desktop. The good news is that you can do it really quickly. The bad news is a lot of times they don't do everything you want it to do. So that's where, if you have Camtasia or you have another editing program, you can build it, edit it there. So anyway, I don't know if any of you have used any of these, but they're good. Then this is something I just downloaded, this Videolicious, because I found it on one of these sites when I was doing the research to update my presentation. And so I downloaded this one, Videolicious, and basically what happens is if you have a series, let's say you went to a wedding and you wanted to make a wedding, or you had a group meeting and everyone came into town and you had all these photos and you wanted to do that, put a video together with everyone's pictures. This is free. It's a free app you can put on your phone. Same thing with Social Cam. The other thing about Videolicious is that you can actually, I think both of them, you can actually talk a video and then send it to people. What I'm finding is there's services that are doing this for email where salespeople are doing this and closing sales like never before, because you can't get to people. I mean, that's especially the younger people, they're texting and you can't get to talk to anybody. And so this allows you to actually have them feel like they have a connection with you as a salesperson, and make a video and then send it to their phone. So these are Videolicious and Social Cam are these two. And I did not download this one. This was free and it's on my phone. I'll play with it some more and let you know. But I think you're going to see weekly there's going to be too many choices to pick. That's why I still say doing the lives if you can get your courage up, Animoto if you can't. PowerPoint is always a good one because you don't have to be there. Your voice is there, but you don't have to be there. Camtasia, I forgot to mention, you can have a picture of you in the bottom corner. So as you're talking through it, they can sort of see you sort of like you see me now. Okay? So there's all these different types of videos. There's talking head videos, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Interview videos, which we talked about with BeLive and YouTube Live. Live webcast videos, that would be where you would do BeLive. PowerPoint videos, tip series videos. One of the best ways to do videos is think about the 5 questions someone should ask you about your business, but don't. And you could do a whole series of 5 little videos about those tips. Rather than doing them all in one, spread it out and really go into detail. So the questions, like for instance, if you're a coach, what questions should they ask you, but they might not be, or they might be too afraid to ask? You could do a series of videos. Live demo videos, that's where if you're, my friend Mia Voss, she's drinking wine with her lizard, and she's actually tasting wine. She's showing the bottle. It's like a demo. Sales videos, of course, sales videos. Again, you can do a sales video that's you're talking the sales, or you can do a slide type presentation. That sales videos have a call to action. I do have ways that I'm not going to share tonight, but I'm happy to share with you. They call them video sales letters. And there's copy that's can be customized perfectly to your business that is proven to convert and get people's attention. And so you can use that model, that template again, and build a business from it. And again, you have to know 88% of the people that have watched a video, 88% buy if they watch a sales video on your website. So this is, it's not rocket science, but there is a way to do it that works. Launch series videos. A lot of the big high-ticket consultants and marketers that sell expensive products, they do a series of 3 videos that they give you for free. And then they ask for your business. So these launch series videos are packed full of information. I mean, you almost can't believe they're not charging for it. And that is a very effective way to create a wonderful relationship with potential customers. And there's also the rule of reciprocity, where people feel if you gave and gave and gave to them, they want to give back. So they're more apt to buy your product. And there's specific WordPress themes that help you build these launch series videos, where somebody can, like, you'd send an email, they'd sign up to be in the launch, and they'd get an email each time a new video would be set up. They aren't all up there at once, they're dripped. And then, but you're capable to go back. You're not stuck like, oh, where's that other email? Where was video 1? and you just saw the email for video 3. This is actually set up so they're visible to you and you can select them on your screen. Teaching and webinar videos, usually those are done in PowerPoint, and Camtasia is the perfect, as I said before. When I was the head of change enablement at Arthur Andersen, when I was the top manager there, we used the Camtasia software for doing online learning for Fortune 100 companies. So that's where that software is just so easy to use and wonderful. Webinar videos, I'm not going to go into how to do that here, but webinar videos, for high ticket sales items, like if you're selling a product or service that's over $2,000, you almost have to do a webinar if people don't know you already. They're not already part of your tribe. And then animated videos, that's been used, that term is used for 2 kinds of videos. One is the type I showed you in Animoto, hence their name, Animoto is animated. There's another kind that is like Pontoon, where they're like virtual reality characters, and they're not human. They're like comics. They're animated characters, and they have their mouths move and everything. And it just depends on if your customer is, if they're younger, if they're millennials, they're used to that virtual reality stuff, and so they get it. I don't know if I was selling a plumbing service to a baby boomer that they would think it was real. I don't know that would go for it, and I don't use it that much either personally. So that's the animated videos. And I wanted you to know this is what we've done for a couple of our customers. These are the some testimonials where we did branded videos for them. And this is Catherine Parker, who is the founder of Resonance Alchemy. And she, we did not get to do her logo. She already had a logo, but we did all the other branding work and helped her redo her website and do her marketing plan. And she came here and we had flowers and the whole set for her. When we do website videos for customers, we actually coach you, so you don't have to be all worried about it. We're behind the camera telling you what to say and how to say it, and you just, sort of like a cheerleader kind of thing to put you at ease. And of course, you can take as many takes as you want, but most of the people I deal with, they are still afraid of totally being seen in the big view because of the way alternative healing is still just getting out to the general public. So that's something just for you to know. So anyway, we did that for her website, and then we actually created a whole program. She did a telesummit program with us, and we created a series of videos and handouts to use as her telesummit program, and she launched internationally from that. And then Joanne Palladino, we did a marketing plan for her as well, and we did get to do we helped with her website. We did her logo and all of her videos, and again, we also got her launched for her self-love video package, and it was very well received. So that's one way that that video people. Some people still are using audios a lot. If you're doing meditations and stuff, you don't necessarily have your eyes open, but the video. If you are having your eyes open, most people, the large percentage of humans are visual learners, and so it sticks more. So the So what I'm going to do now is open it up. Well, I think I'll just flip through these slides real quick and then I'll open it up. So what we're going to see is I'm going to ask questions and I'll be able to go back to these. But we created a place that after this video is done recording, that you'll be able to get a copy of this video, which probably won't be up till tomorrow, a copy of this book, Video Marketing Secrets, and a checklist, a video checklist for you that is our gift to you for coming today. So now I'm going to stop share. And I'll give you that address again in a second, or I'll put it here. I can put it in the chat too. So let me unmute everybody. So we lost some people, but anyway, I'm open to questions, and if I don't know, I will be glad to find out if I don't know the exact answer.
I have a question about Facebook Live.
Uh-huh.
So if you record on your own site and you want to share it to other sites, can you then go back in and share it?
Okay, so you can share it throughout Facebook if your privacy permissions are correct on the way that you uploaded it, on the page that you uploaded it. If you want to share it, what you do is you can actually, I could show you how to do it better than explain it. What you do when you go to your video, on the right hand side, there's 3 little dots that kind of are gray dots. On the right hand side, you click on that. Then it says embed video. You click on that, and then you go to advanced. Okay? Then you get the number, you get the whole URL for your Facebook video. It's the only way I know of to get the actual content number. Then you go to a site called fbdown.net. You put that number in it and it'll download your video for you. So then you could put it up on anywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's what I just did with one of my artist clients. We just took 30 of her most liked videos and put them up on Google, on YouTube, and now she showed up on page 1 within 10 minutes on her blog from it.
Great.
Yeah. So you want to repurpose everything you can.
I'm gonna have some background noise. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. So who else has some questions?
Kathy, I had one.
Okay.
It was, let me see, actually I wrote it down. In the beginning you said post videos regularly. What do you suggest as regularly?
Well, okay, so what the best way to do this is if you will put a calendar together and just give yourself a commitment that maybe twice a week you're going to do a Facebook Live. And pick, like, for instance, again, that same artist on Mondays and Thursdays, she's on, or excuse me, is it Mondays and Thursdays or Mondays and Fridays? She's on one page, and then on Tuesdays and the other day, she's in her group. So it's not overwhelming. You add them as you want to, but you could be on for 2 minutes. I mean, it's really a way for people. On Facebook, a lot of the people are actually walking or they're in their car while they're talking. You don't have to make it that much of a set. Clean. Oh no, my space isn't clean. People don't care. They want to share with you, and it feels like you're the best friend, you know. So, But I would, what I recommend for everyone is to figure out what you feel is comfortable for you, and just commit to it. And you won't make all of them, but you know, at least it's a start.
So on the Facebook Live, you're talking about even a 2-minute broadcast is great. What's the maximum you recommend?
Well, I think what happens is if you go over a half an hour, people decide whether or not they're going to bother. I mean, there's some people that put 2-hour videos up. Well, it's like, this is the way I look at it. You know how people do live streaming and they do an all-day class and they expect you to have your computer open if you're on live stream all day, 8 hours of video? Nobody's going to be there live to do that. So I would keep as much as possible under 30 minutes.
Great.
Because that, I mean, people's attention span, it's hard to carve out 30 minutes. You can eat lunch watching it, you know, but it is hard.
And then you talked about launch series videos and that you should do like 3 of them. How long should those be?
Well, again, probably 7 to 10 minutes at the longest. They're really snippets of information. And actually, I could probably go online and show you somebody who just does a fantastic job. He's based in Colorado Springs. His name's Brian G. Johnson. And he's written a couple books. But here, let me show you what he's done. So Brian G. Johnson has 34,000 subscribers. And what he does is he has he's actually made these, what they call playlists, where he's got them in sequence, and you can tell it by the thumbnail. So these all match, these all match. So those are like TV series. See how they all match? Is that cool? So you don't have to have yours be that cartoony, but you can have a similar thing that brands you. So it may have your logo, might have your picture. But these are like, and he also has monetized his YouTube by, there's a way to connect it with another site that's off of YouTube where people pay for a subscription to get videos that are not in this free platform. Any questions with this? Nope. Okay. Okay. So, Lori, do you have any questions? No? Would you be doing this for real estate?
Probably for both.
Yeah, for real estate, there's tremendous opportunities to do 360-degree videos that are quite amazing, and drone videos, especially if it's a big property. You have drones that show like the Google Map kind of thing.
We had that done on our house, and it was just really cool to watch. It also brought in the high dollar buyers.
That's right. Yeah. So Barbara, do you have any questions at all?
We have a website and we've got an old video on it. I couldn't even tell you what it says. But I know I keep thinking I need to change up that video. Any idea on a website to introduce people to that website, what the ideal length is for that?
Well, usually the videos, I could show you some. The videos that we do normally are 5 minutes to 7 minutes long. And usually the one on the front page is usually, it would be you and Norm talking more
Right.
than a slide presentation.
Okay, and did you say that something about 5 videos on a website increases the search engine? Okay.
Right, so it's the front page, the
Uh-huh.
about page,
Okay.
the, usually there's a one for the products, one for services, and then I like testimonials.
Yeah.
I mean, usually right now, I'm just finishing a website. Hopefully I'll get signed off tomorrow. She has probably 50 written testimonials, but we're just gathering her first video ones. And
Okay.
people, especially women, like to buy from recommendations from their girlfriends.
Yeah.
We want to do that. And so those video testimonials are really important.
Okay, what about videos on blogs?
That's ideal too. Again, depends on, okay, they used to call that a vlog, V-L-O-G. I like mixing it up. The whole benefit of a blog is that because of the infrastructure of the WordPress, it's easier for Google to search for keywords. So you would want the video to have be keyword optimized,
Yeah.
and the category on the blog post optimized. And I could show you what that is.
Yeah, I know on the WordPress site, on the column on the side when we're creating the post.
Exactly.
There's some things over there, and we were looking at it last night, and there was it's like if we put in nutrition, other places came up that did nutrition, and we thought, well, we're not going to have people click on that and find those other places. It's just finding us.
Well, as far as keywords go, you want to have 3 words or 4 word phrases. You don't want to just put nutrition.
Okay.
Because it's just like when you go search on Google right now, it used to, when the internet was first started, you could put nutrition in and there would be, 100,000 choices. Now there's millions of choices, and it's almost impossible for them to find you there. But if you had women's herbal nutrition, we'd have to search and find the right keywords, but you want 3 or 4 words, because the smart consumer, the consumer that's ready to buy, is putting in 3 or 4 words.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's what I do when I search, so that makes sense.
Right. So what you're talking about on your WordPress site, when you post a post, you have the opportunity to add your keyword to the title of the post, and then also the tags on the post and the category.
Right.
So you can use the keywords all those places. Okay. And that's like extra bonus points for Google.
Okay.
It's a big search engine. I mean, it's just a big database. You're basically feeding it stuff so the query pulls you out as the best match.
Right. This is probably not the time for it, but we've got to sit down with someone to figure out why our SEO I don't think it's working on our websites, but we need to find out.
See, if you do video, it's the fastest way, rather than changing all the text on your website.
Yeah.
It's the fastest. But there's certain ways that we would use to identify what those best words would be.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay, so David, did you have any questions? Or Gregory?
Yeah.
Did I scare scare you?
This is a first for me. I have never created a video of any kind, so I'm starting off from ground zero.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to take it all in and get an idea of what's going on here. So, I appreciate all the information, and without this, I would have absolutely no idea. So,
Okay. Well, if you go to Animoto and just play around, that would be what I would recommend for you to start.
Mhm.
And because they have a free section, just try that.
So,
Animoto just does it's like slides or little video clips. And I mean, that's a lot of authors use Animoto for their book trailers. You'll see it's fun. It's really fun. It's like a game. It's not scary at all.
well, I do have a fear of getting out there and being visible, but like many people in the this whole community, for reasons that we all know about. But at the same time, yeah, I'd like to make a video and play around with it and start learning about editing and that kind of thing. So my first question, I guess, is Animoto is for clips, right? It's not actual video like you would upload to YouTube, is it?
Right. It is clips that you can put the duration. So it could be up to, I think, 30 seconds or longer. So they're not 2-second clips. Most of those intros that you saw, they're anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds.
Uh-huh.
So, but you can actually adjust Animoto to take a section of a video. Same thing with Revio. So you can play around with it. If you're gonna do a video, you just use your phone.
Really?
Or listen, Gregory, you're on Zoom right now. It's free.
Right. Yeah.
You can video yourself on here for free with a decent video camera. It's $70 to $100.
Okay.
You get a good Logitech video camera with a decent audio. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. And then edit it afterwards.
Edit it in Zoom or in the software on your computer?
In that you get it. Okay, so if you got on here by yourself and you said, "Hi, this is Gregory, blah, 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 blah. Welcome to my site." And you can click at the very bottom of the screen, there's a red dot that lets you just press it. After you are completed, you press it to complete, and it will automatically render an MP4 file.
Okay.
So you don't have to be a techno wizard.
Right. But then you have to edit the parts where you don't want. Keep the parts in where you are being human.
Right.
And made some mistakes, and one of the things that are really goofy, you can edit those out. Okay.
Right.
Light in Zoom. Okay.
So for the intros and outros, we might have to help you figure out how to do that, or which platform would be the best, because first you have to have your logo, because the intros and outros are a way to brand you with your logo. So, but you could do a lot of this, at least get started without spending much money.
Well, the first thing is start playing with it. See, start learning the skills on how to create and edit. So yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I can't wait to see what you do. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
So, Deb, do you want to share anything? No? Okay. David, do you want to share anything, or you have any questions? Okay, we don't usually end early, but we might get to end early, huh?
I know that doing the Facebook Live was so simple. Once I kind of figured it out, it's different though. If you're going to do it on the computer, make sure you have a good camera and good mic so they can hear you. But if you're doing it on your iPhone, and for me, it's a little more difficult trying to figure out how to maneuver it once it's done. When I'm on Facebook on the computer, it's easy. But Facebook on the phone was a little bit harder to figure out how to post it and stuff. But it was really actually pretty easy. And someone said, "How did you hold your camera so still? Did you put it on a tripod?" I was just like, "No, I just put it out like that and looked to see where the light was so you could actually see my face."
Yeah.
And just start talking. So
Well, yeah, there's all these tools that you can put onto your iPhone that are magnifying lenses on your iPhone. And then Trina bought me this when we were at Social Media Day Denver, which is a clip-on. It's actually a light. So when you're using the phone, it shines light on you so your face isn't dark. So there's all these accessories that you can get, and selfie sticks. You don't see people using selfie sticks as much. You do see people using the kind of sticks that balance. Not so much these plain ones, but the ones that, you know, that the camera stays more level.
there's a lot of cool little tripods that fold up really small that you can just put it on, you know, set it down somewhere and start talking.
Yeah.
That's awesome too.
So is there anybody else who wants to ask a question on the phone? Sounds like you're there. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and make sure that you get the download information. I'll put it in the chat, and hopefully everyone can see the chat screen. So Trina, do you suggest us doing anything else, or should we end early? I could have added more slides. I didn't know.
No, I think it's good if people, I mean, people have other things they want to do and stuff too. It's really good. So I know Larry said he got dropped for some reason. He doesn't know why, but
Okay.
kind of popped him out. And he was trying to get back in and having a hard time getting the link. So I don't know. He doesn't have a question though. That's what he texted me and said, no questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try one more time. David, are you there? He's unmuted. Well, okay. Well, Trina, do you want to talk a little bit about the program for the next time?
Sure.
As long as we have extra time.
You put it in the chat. I had to like pull the chat up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll send out an email with it too.
So the next one we do will be, we've been doing these on the second Tuesday of the month. So I think it's May, is it May 10?
No, May 8th.
I'm knowing what day.
May 8th.
May 8th. Okay, so it'll be May 8th. Similar formats. Hey, there is Larry. Similar formats. I did publicize it live. If anybody wants to come live, I've got a couple people that don't have the ability to be on here so well, so they come and sit here, or do it via Zoom again, which has been working really well. And then the topic is going to be about systems and creating systems and the importance of systems. And you know, when we look at, I like to look at nature. And nature is comprised of all kinds of systems. We go from being basically this teeny little amoeba to something that turns into more cells and into molecules, molecules into cells, and pretty soon it becomes an organism. But part of the organism is the systems that make the organism work. And in business or in life or whatever we're doing, there's systems that you can create to make your businesses flow better, or a project that you're working on. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is the impact of systemizing it, and even from a routine that you do in a day, how you can create your day using a system. So that's going to be the topic for next month.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I guess we all get done a little early. I was hoping there'd be some more questions. So, but I thank you all for coming, and I'll make sure that you get an email with this information, and I'll post it in Facebook of how you can get the download for this information afterwards. And please feel free to ask questions. Let me know if you try something and you're struggling. I'm happy to help. This, I really think it's so important for conscious people to get their information out now. We really need to be able to be seen and in support mode.
Absolutely.
But thank you all. Hope to
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Trina.
Yeah. Thank
This has
you.
been really good. Thank you.
Next month and come back next month.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.